Laser Tech Tuesdays at 2. I'm Jay Cottrell, and I'm the Marcom manager here at LTI. Every Tuesday around 2 p.m. Mountain Time, we go live for about 15 minutes, and we discuss solutions in traffic safety or in professional measurement. So you can grab a cup of coffee and join us. If you're joining us live, you can post a comment below and let us know what's on your mind. And if you're watching a replay on YouTube, we'd love to hear from you. And you can send us an email at info@lasertech.com. And today I'm joined by Albert Garcia from Altera, and I am so thankful that you joined me today, Al.
Hey, Jay.
Can you tell me how long you've been with Altera and what you do there?
So I've been with Altera since our merger from Western Data Systems to form Altera for 3 years now. Prior to that, I was with Western Data Systems for 8 years. And now that we are in March, I'm actually celebrating my 11 years doing what I love to do.
So what do you love to do?
I just love to go out and meet people and show products that we know that we've tested that can help make their lives more efficient and a lot less time consuming when they're out in the field.
So tell me a little bit about Altera. What industries do you work in? What do you serve?
So Altera is a Trimble authorized dealer. We serve for survey products, mapping products, and marine products. Along with that, we have a ton of different verticals that we represent, such as LTI. For a full list of what we have to offer, I would suggest going to our website at www.AllTerraCentral.com and just have a look around there and have to offer.
That's awesome. So obviously we're going to talk about LTI specifically. How do you integrate laser tech into the solutions that you offer?
So there's a lot of different applications where we can really integrate the LTI products into our solutions. As I previously mentioned, we do focus primarily on Trimble geospatial solutions. So everybody knows that you're not always in the best GPS environment sometimes. So that's when laser technology can really help us out by giving us the devices that we can integrate with our software. And basically we can get outside of that bad GPS environment or outside of that canopy and use the LTI TruePulse 360R, for example, to basically do an offset from your current position to that feature or that point of interest that you want to collect and accurately map that on a map.
I think offset mapping has definitely increased efficiency for a number of people, and I think you were telling me about someone who had to go out in the middle of the freeze, the deep freeze and the snow, and he was telling you that this was something that was definitely life-changing for him.
Correct. So basically, put yourself in the worst of worst conditions. Around right after Valentine's Day, we had seen a horrible freeze down here in Houston. Not the most optimal conditions to be outside collecting GPS. So given those conditions, you're going to want to try to do everything that you can to be quick on your feet to get those points, get in and get out. And thankfully, with the solution that we had proposed to them and they ended up buying, they were able to basically go stand in a park, occupy one point, and sit there and spin around and collect all of the tree features by utilizing the TruePulse 360R to collect those offsets for those features. So when you think about the conditions that he was in, he was thankful to get in and get out quickly.
Right. That's fairly efficient. It probably saved him on a lot of hours just walking and writing things down and all that it entails. What would you say some of the problems your customers face? Like, what are the biggest pain points that you have to address?
So safety is always utmost key for, I would hope, for every single company that we deal with. So when people have assets that are in the middle of the street, for example, that it's really not safe to go put a human being in that kind of condition to collect that feature, we could safely stand on the sidewalk and use a True Pulse product to shoot that feature and, again, collect that GPS point.
So let's talk about some of our other products. We were talking about the TruePoint 300, and you mentioned a Bluetooth keyboard that can pair with that?
Correct. So having the ability to use that TruePoint 300, and let's do a pole audit, for example, to be able to quickly scale up that pole and quickly just hit the Bluetooth transfer to get that height moved over into your attribute field is saving us a lot of time and a lot of error. Having it done electronically eliminates the risk of somebody incorrectly entering that value or having to go back out to the field the second time to verify an erroneous entry. So what I love about it is that you can literally take your shot and then scale up the pole, and as it's doing it real time, you can hit that Bluetooth transfer, attachment 1, get that value filled in, go to attachment 2, get that value filled in, and just move on down your line. So it's really making it very easy on the field user.
Yeah. And you were saying that the ease of use for the LTI products was very good. Like we had a very short learning curve for everything.
Correct. I mean, pretty much anybody can grab this device, look through the scope, and take the type of shot that they want, whether it's going to be a horizontal distance or a span between two poles, or height measurements. So it's very simple and easy to use, and it's pretty much self-guided as well. I mean, you're looking through there and it's telling you, okay, ANG1, I'm going to shoot the base, ANG2, I'm going to shoot my feature. So I love how it's self-guided as well.
That is, I think that is definitely one of the great things about our user interface is that it says shoot at point 1, now right. Shoot at point 2, and then it does the calculations that you need, yeah. which is very helpful.
And then on the TruePoint 300, I mean, you could be looking at the screen and it literally shows you, hey, okay, now you're going to shoot the base, now you're going to shoot your next item. So right. It's really intuitive, and like many products, it's not a learning curve that we have to worry about. So that's what I really enjoy about the LTI products.
Right. Now, the pandemic's been on everyone's mind, and it's something that we talk about often. What did Altera have to do to adapt for pandemic conditions?
So if there's one thing that I've learned about my company, AllTerra Central, is that we have the ability to adapt and overcome any given situation. While the pandemic was rough, we took full advantage to hunker down training videos, training manuals, really try to put ourselves in the customer's perspective to see how we could make their life better for them. So it really allowed us the time to do that, because usually we're running and gunning. But it was great to be able to, not only myself, but our entire team, including our office staff, our management, our sales team, we all came together to work on the things that have been set to the side. So to recap 2020 as a whole, it was a difficult year, but I mean, AllTerra Central was very, very fortunate in that situation.
Sounds like it was productive, where you could start putting together those training materials that you've always wished you had but didn't have time to do.
Correct.
That's awesome. So did you tackle frequently asked questions for those training materials? I mean, you said you were putting yourself into your customer's shoes. So were you taking a lot of those questions that you hear a lot and then answering those, or what did you do?
Pretty much. So all the salespeople handle their own field support along with our technical support team. So we understand the questions that are coming in, and we routinely answer those uh, on the phone. So instead of always taking the same tech support call, we figured, hey, this is really coming up for us. Why don't we go ahead and write a manual or show a video of how to do this routine and integrate that within our training when we go to deliver the equipment. So it's a great tool to have.
So as you're working with your customers, have you gotten feedback on whether or not it's useful for them?
Of course, they love it.
Yeah. Good.
You take somebody that's used to running out with a measuring wheel or a height stick, and then you show them how quickly you can actually do this without having to walk anywhere. They're going to be blown away. And me personally, I'm notorious. If I'm driving down the road and I see that somebody's on the side of the road and I see that hot stick, I'm pulling over and I'm pulling out my LTI product. Hey, I just want you to check this out. Let me show you how this is done real quick. And I mean, within 2 minutes, we're collecting heights. So it's a really great compliment to any company that's doing any kind of height measurement or distance measurement.
So do you have a favorite LaserTech product?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I would definitely give it a toss-up between the TruePulse 360R and the LTI TruePoint 300. The 360R, I'm going to lean towards that one because it's a ruggedized device that we can easily attach to a range pole and integrate it with our other GPS solutions. But if somebody's out running the fields and they really don't care about the positioning side, all they care about is getting a height measurement, either the 360 or the TruePoint 300, I would suggest to them.
Right.
Also, the new 200H that's out there is a great product. I love the heads-up display in there. It's very bright for you to see, so sunlight is not going to be an issue for you at all. And there's so many different routines that you can do with it. So definitely, if you get a chance, have a look at it.
Yeah, I know I show it off when I can, and the onboard calculations for angles and all the different routines has been very attention grabbing. So I think it's a really great little laser that we have.
Right.
Well, Albert, we are just about out of time. I'd like to ask you one more question, and I'm throwing this at you, so I didn't prepare you at all. What is the best advice that you've ever heard?
I would say the best advice that I've ever heard is be someone that's glad to be there. Given any situation that you're at, be someone that's happy to be there. Always be a blessing to somebody else.
That's great advice.
Yes.
Well, thank you for taking the time to join me today. Do you have any other last thoughts that you want to leave with people?
No. If this is something that you're interested in, and you're within our territory, and just help you become more efficient. So if we can do anything, don't hesitate.
Right. Could you tell us that website again so they can get in touch with you?
Yes, the website is www.AllTerraCentral.com. That's AllTerra Central.com.
All right. I want to thank everyone else who has joined us today. If you would like to be alerted about upcoming Tuesday at 2 events, you can click the like button and follow LaserTech's page. And if you're watching a replay on YouTube, click subscribe and follow our channel, and also click the notification bell so you can get alerted to new videos. We will be live again next Tuesday, and so we hope to see you again. Until then, let's work together to build safer communities.
Thank you.